Well, we're at the end of another trading day after a wild start to the week. Now, on this Tuesday, we're joined by Taylor Engum of agmarket.net. And Taylor, what did we see come out of those grain markets today?
We saw prices rally today in corn and beans. Some of the good to excellent ratings on corn missed expectations last night. They came in lower, and so that really put some fuel to corn at the start this morning.
And what about the soybean markets? I know they started out a little bit lower while corn was a little bit higher, and then they did this get kind of pulled up with corn, or what kind of benefited them?
Yeah, I think beans were down early with the big drop that we've seen in crude oil this week, but as soybeans develop and start putting pods on in the next month or so, I think that there's some apprehension on production for beans as well.
What kind of threats are we mostly worried about? Is it weather conditions, or is there more disease pressure in different parts of the country that we're watching too?
I think the heat is what's on everybody's mind right now. It's been just oppressively hot in a lot of parts of the country, and we need a break in the heat, and that would help our livestock and our crops to do better.
I know it's one thing we always think about corn and beans, obviously needing the heat to get going, but now they're ending some of the most critical time where they can't afford to be stressed too much, correct?
That's right, and the key part I think is the cooler nighttime temps that our crops need that break in the heat during the nighttime to perform well, and so we really need to start seeing some nights cool off better than what they have been.
Now, going over to the livestock side of things, I know you mentioned the heat obviously affecting that market as well, and cattle seem to take the brunt of it compared to hogs. I mean, has that been part of the activity that we've been seeing in the cattle marketplaces? We saw them go a little bit higher again today.
Yeah, big news was the announcement this week that or last end of the day on Friday that Mexican feeder cattle were going to start getting imported again through Douglas, Arizona, and so that took us for an ugly ride yesterday, Monday, and then today. It seemed like the market was pricing in some more realistic expectations for the cattle that could be coming in from Mexico into the future, and our nearby feeders and fat cattle were up today, which reflects the real demand and supply that we have in the market.
Now, I know that the border was shut down obviously because of the New World Screw. Is it more of a loosening of the border now that it's already come across, and now it's just a matter of taking these animals case by case as they try to be imported across to help also relieve some of that strain at the meat counter for the consumer?
The strain at the meat counter is going to continue, in my opinion. The USDA's worked really hard the past year and a half to design protocols for animals to cross the border, mainly from the state of Sonora in Mexico. And I have contacts in Sonora that they're still in the dark on what they're going to have to do in terms of inspections to bring cattle into the U.S. But I think it's just the first baby step forward to resuming that trade.
And then on the hog markets, they've been kind of quietly been climbing. I know today they had a little bit of pressure. How did they end the day?
Yeah, hogs ended in the green. Interestingly, the crush margin for the hog and corn trade has jumped significantly in the last day or two, and so margins for hogs over corn is pretty good right now.
And has that been part of the whole deal with what we've been seeing, that quiet surge that we've been seeing in the market, or what else has been kind of really been keeping our focus on that these last couple of weeks?
I think that the whole protein complex with beef getting pushed down as hard as it has during the month of July has helped to switch people over to buying pork, and that's increased the pork demand. And so hopefully we can get through month of July and keep the beef choice cut out over 360 and put some strength back into the fat cattle market.
Well, if folks want to look at some of the intel you guys are watching, both in grain and livestock, or want to talk to somebody at agmarket.net about some marketing strategies, what's the best way to get that ball rolling?
Give us a call, jump on our website at agmarket.net, and get in touch with the broker.
All right, Taylor England's been with us here from agmarket.net. Taylor, thanks for the insight. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks for having me.